Hello and welcome. This is Miss Moreland. Today we're going to do inverse functions. Okay, so your goal is to determine whether a function is one-to-one, which we'll talk about more later. You want to write the inverse of a function, graph the inverse of a function, and be able to use either your graphing calculator or by hand. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is an inverse. An inverse is a relation you get by exchanging the x and y coordinates of all points, or exchanging the x and y variables in the equation and then solving for y. So this is the notation. The little -1 stands for f inverse. Okay, so f inverse of x is just the inverse function of f of x. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic function, which is just ordered pairs. So I'm going to ask you to find the inverse. So if we look back at our definition, that's just done by exchanging the x and y coordinates. Okay, so if I do this, I get the point 2, 3 instead of 3, 2. I get the point 5, 1. And I get the point 10, 7. Okay, so let me fix my 5 there. That's pretty bad. 5, 1. So all I did was exchange all the ordered pairs, the x and the y, so I have the inverse function. Okay, so now we're going to talk about that same idea. If you know that on the original function, f of 2 is 6, which is the ordered pair 2, 6, the inverse function then's going to have the pair 6, 2. So if I plug 6 into the inverse, I should get 2. So go ahead and see the idea on this one. If I know f of 2 is 5, what's f inverse of 5? It should be 2. They are the opposite, okay? Inverse is kind of the opposite.